It's time to start.
Jordan with a strike in his third frame. Strike, spare strike, it looks like. Julian shooting at a 1-2-10. Oh, and he makes it. So he is at 169. Strike here for 179. And Charles, tripping out that 10 pin. Take a look at that. Right there, sending that messenger across, getting it. On a strike, and he's a little bit outside, leaving a 2-4-5. So Charles on the long, and that's how you want to finish your semifinals right there. Wow, leaving the 8-10 in the pocket. Right, Alyssa popped up from that one, didn't like it. She leaves her 4-5 split. In her foundation frame. But she shoots this like she did the 2-4-5. She will make it. And she does. Right there. Got to split the 4-5 with the ball. They go flying out to the side. All right, Charles, tripping out the 8-pin and back there. Or the 9-pin. With a 3-6-9. There you go. That's way outside.
It's time to start.
everybody. Welcome to West Acres Lane in Wichita, Kansas, for the final regular season stop of the Southwest Gold Youth Bowling Tournament Series. So today, coming at you from West Acres Lane in Wichita, Kansas. 71 youth bowlers testing their mettle on probably the most challenging condition that they've had so far this year. All right, so today's oil pattern is the 2012 U.S. Open. So got 40 feet of flat 1-to-1 oil condition. So spare shooting is going to be at a premium today. All right, so we've got 8 lanes of coverage. Looks like 25, 26, 27, 28 on the low side. And looks like got it. Alex Westring picking up the spare. That's what it's going to take today to score us. This is 5-game sweeper. 5 games, scratch, total pins, wins. I've got age groups set by USBC standards, U12, U15, and U18. All right, so Brady McDonough there. Coming in, getting them all to go back. And it's Savannah Sue on 26, shooting at her spare. All right, I think we got our scoring situation squared away. So the scoreboard should be correct. So I have near live scoring and the game updates on bowlmetrics.com. Bowlmetrics with an X.com. Just look for current events, Southwest Gold Tour. Oh, Alex sending them all back. Right, Matthew Jones up on the right lane. And high flush. Getting them to go. A two-hander on the right lane, coming in a little high, leaving a 6-10. Leah Cody. Lawton on the right pair. Leaving a bucket. Leah shooting her spare, shooting the 6-10, picking it up.
You go to the Facebook page and get that link for the live stream. Also, going to be live scoring on Bowl Metrics. We'll have a QR code if you want to scan that in. We'll have score sheets up for the bowlers shortly.
All right, so Alex up on the right lane again. Two-hand lefty on his 6th frame. Had a strike in the last frame. Gets 9 on this one, leaving a 7-pin. Coming in a little high. All right, Alex needs some hold. Doesn't get it. So he will open in the 6, puts him at 72 after 6. So again, today's pattern is 2012 U.S. Open. So again, just 40 feet of pure flatness. A 1-to-1 ratio. So it'll be all about shot making and spares. As we see Savannah with 2-8-10. Probably see no shortage of those today. Miss a little bit outside and don't get the hook. Ball just coming in light and leave you a split. All right, Savannah picks up the 2-8. Mallory Cross on the left lane. All right, playing the straight game into the pocket. And that's a double for Mallory. Gavin Taylor shooting at the 210, almost picking it up. So he'll open the 6, puts him at 72 after 6. And Gavin got to pick today's oil pattern, showing no mercy on the rest of the field, choosing one of the more difficult oil patterns there are out there. Lawton leaving the 8-pin. I'm going to go up to the high side. And Brady McDonough on the left lane. Trying to bounce back after an open in the 6. Nice strike in the 7th frame. All right, didn't like that, but crossing over on the right. Getting him out to go 3 in a row. So again, scoring after game 1 will be available on bowlmetrics.com. There's Maddie Phillips. All right, playing the high flush game. Coming back in her 7th frame after an open. So I'll put her at 75, working on a strike. So Cole on the right lane. A little bit straighter game, and coming in a little bit high, leaving a 6-pin. And Cole's on a double. See Leah on the left lane, crossing over, can't get the 3 out. And Leah's on a spare in her 8th frame. So she goes over the 100 mark. And Matthew Jones getting ready to go on our left pair. And Matthew's on 3 in a row. And crossing over, getting him out for 4 in a row. So Matthew on a good one. All right, Alex with the balk. There you go. Take your time, reset. All right, so Alex with the big hook at the 10-pin and doesn't find the friction on the outside. So puts him at 90 after 8. And Mallory Cross on the left. Right there, getting the 10-pin to trip out. All right, Mallory in the U18, I believe. Savannah U15. That's Gavin on the right pair, or right lane, left pair. Yeah, that's a good shot. All right, so Gavin fills his 8th frame with a strike, puts him at 102. So you see, pretty tight match, pretty even scores across the pairs. So on this pattern, 9 spare is going to be good. Strikes are bonus. See Trevor Thompson over there just on the right side, leaving 2, looks like. Trevor, 8 years old, out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So Lawton, 9th frame, leaving the 3-6. Robert Johnson, the 2-4-5, gets the 5 off of that, and his foundation frame will be an open, puts him at 114. Savannah getting just enough of the 10 pin. All right, so Matthew Jones here, 4 in a row going into his 9th frame. And that looks good. And tripping the 10 out for 5 in a row. Matthew Jones getting the pack of Franks in the first game. Matthew Jones dialed in. Matty Phillips out of Springfield, Missouri, right lane. All right, light pocket, 10 pin. And this is Maddie's 9th frame. And she's working on an open in the 8th. And that one put her over the 100 mark. Jake Camacho, hey, shooting at the 410. A bad break in his 10th frame. So he will finish at 160 even. So good game for tough conditions out there. Cole on the right lane. Cole starting his 9th frame, and he's on a strike. That will wash out, though. All right, so Cole try and pick this up. He's on a strike, so if he can pick it up, he's not going to lose count. You want to try and go into that 10th frame with a mark. Doesn't like it, and clobbers the 3 on the left and leaves the 2, so that's an open, but puts him at 150, so he can still go 180 going off the sheet in the 10th. Hayden on the right pair. And Hayden's on a double, and he's starting his 10th frame, so he's got a good one. He can go 194, and that is not going to happen as he leaves the 1, 2, 4. All right, Maddie with the powerful follow through, leaving a 6, 9, 10, getting it to read just a little bit too much. A little too soon. Ryan Hayden not able to convert. So he'll finish with a 157. All right, so it still keeps him in the mix. Again, 5-game sweeper format. Maddie picks up her spare. So this will be 5 games, total pins, and Brady with the washout. And Brady was on 3 in a row. Yeah. So we'll see if Brady can pick this up. Looks like he's going to try and slide the head pin over to the 610 and almost gets it. Gets the 6, not the 10, so he will open in the 10th and finish up at 160. Brady in U15. And Maddie missing the head pin to the left. Our lower side here is finishing up. We'll go check out the scores. So it looks like Matthew Jones finishing up with a strong 212. So I think Matthew's in U18. Yeah, he is. He's U18. Mallory missing the 3 pin. All right, and clipping the 2 off the 8 to finish with a 140. All right, so Alex right back at it. All right, so again, be sure and check bullmetrics.com. As soon as they get those scores entered, they'll get uploaded. You'll be able to see how everyone's doing. All right, Alex with a little fancy footwork. Getting 4 off the right side. Robert Johnson, the light, the 245. And we'll go see these folks finish over here. All right, able to get the 2. Finish 157. All right, so decent scores considering the conditions. All right, just got our last guy finishing up here, and he can go 185. Getting a couple strikes here. And that's going to be light, leaving the 1-2. All right, so you can go 175. All right, Gavin Taylor in his first frame comes in high for 3,610. All right, Leah shooting at the single pin. Oh, hooks away from it. The curse of the two-handers. It's the spare ball that hooks away at the last second. And Gavin wraps the 3 around the 6. Gets the 10, the 6 stands to open in the first. And Matthew Jones starting out with a 310, getting the 3 off the 10. right, Robert Johnson ready to start frame number 2. Floating it into, it looks like he got it. Yep, sure did. So Robert Johnson is open strike. So medium volume today, spread over 40 feet. So we'll be expecting to see some transition coming up pretty soon. Bowlers having to make adjustments. And 6 on a pair, we might be seeing that already as Matthew Jones comes in light, leaving the 1, 2, 4, 10. And Alex, all right, Alex can put on a show. So he almost picks that up, just reads a little bit early. Savannah Sue, second frame, working on a strike. U15 girls, it's got a crossover, and it does, but too much. The 1-3-6. All right, Lawton coming in light, getting 6. Matthew trying to move some pins around. Pick up the spare, only getting 2. All right, Savannah strike shot will take care of that, but not that strike shot. She gets 1. So Savannah going strike open. So Mallory coming in light. The 1-2-4. Gavin coming in high. So we've got the, as Marshall Holman says, got the highlight show going on. One shot's high, next shot's light. Gavin going after the 3-6-10, gets it. All right, so open spare. And Maddie Phillips stepping out of it on the high side and going just a touch high, leaving a 6-pin. And Brady's got a 2-10 there, looks like. And he's going to get the 2 and not the 10. So he's strike open for the old 28. Maddie shooting at her 6-pin. And picking that up. So Hayden's second frame on a spare. He's got the 2-10. All right, Hayden gets it. So Cole, second frame, trying to come back after an open, and he does, finding the pocket right there. A strike in the second for Cole. All right, back to the low side. So Kyle on the right. And getting it outside just a little bit. Goes long, comes in a bit light. Leah in the pocket. Rings a 10 pin. And Robert Johnson going to come back after his open. All right, so he's strike, open, strike. So Robert's got the right lane figured out. Let's see if he can come back and repeat that on the left. Alex dropping everything except the 7 pin. Oh man, I don't know what didn't hit the 7 pin there. Gabriel Hale shooting at the 7 pin and needs some hold. Doesn't get it. So open in the 3rd. Matthew Jones shooting at a 10 pin and he gets that. Spare in his 4th frame. And Savannah a little bit inside, leaving the 1-3-6. Mallory on the right lane, high flush, getting him out. Strike in the 4th. Puts her at 56. And Lawton leaving a 4 pin. And Gavin Taylor in the left lane. And that comes in high, but gets the carry, gets them all back. So that puts him at 58 on a strike after 4. All right, Maddie stepping up on the right. That needs some hold or crossover, and she gets it. So striking the 4th, staying clean in game number 2. All right, Hayden needs some help. And leaves a 3 pin. All right, so Cole, 4th frame. Looks pretty good. Oh, checked up a little bit too hard, leaving a 3-6. All right, Brady coming back after a couple of opens to strike in the 4th. Hayden shooting at his single pin, and he picks it up. So Trayton on the left lane, 4th frame. He's a nice bear, nice bear, nice bear. And, oh, it's going to be 8 spare this time. That looked pretty good. Yeah, checked up just a little bit on the back end on him. Came in a little high, leaving a 6'10". So Nevaeh over there on the right, we don't see her scores. Yeah, she's competing in the U12 division. I believe she's 8 years old. So keep an eye on her for the future. Brady on the right lane, working on a strike and working on a double. So it looks like he's throwing a pitch black. And we'll probably see a fair amount of urethane going down the lane, especially for the two-handers. Need to control the back end a little bit. All right, Gabriel Hale, looks like he's maybe throwing a high road max. So strong cover stock. Gets down the lane a little bit further. Comes in with some back end. Could have used a little more on that one as he goes light, leaving a 1-2-4. Yeah. And he'll miss that one to the outside. And that'll put him at 59. So Noah here on the left lane. Noah's on a double. Looking for 3 in a row. And he gets it. All right, so Noah dialed in halfway through game number 2. So game 1 scores are posted on bullmetrics.com. Our U12 boys being led by Robbie Baum out of Dallas-Fort Worth area with a 160. And Peyton Farnsworth trailing him by 10 at 150. And Lincoln Brown at 146. U12 girls, we've got 2 entrants. Gordon Betchert, 114, and Nevaeh over there, youngster, with a 92. U15 boys being led by Aiden Heron with a 218. Really good first game. Davis Best with a 181. Brady McDonough and Jake Camacho tied for third at 160. U15 girls, Bailey Seacrest, 193. Riley Emerson with a 187. And Savannah Sue, 146. U15 boys, Zachary Grosvenor, 223. Aiden Farnsworth and Brandon Bunta tied with a 216. And Paul O'Kane with a 214. All right, so Matthew Jones shooting at the 3.6. And our U18 girls, Paige Wagner, 193. Jennifer Jackson, 176. Matlin Warner, the 159. All right, that's after 1. 4 more games to go. And Mallory looking to move up in the standings there with strike 9 spare strike after 6. That will definitely help her out. Yeah, Robert Johnson leaving a single pin, leaving the 2-pin, 8-pin. And that just hooks away at the last second. So he's 3 in a row open, puts him at 122 after 7. And Leah coming back after an open, sending them all back. Gabriel working on a strike, and that's going to be light. Alex hooking at it, gets the 3-9 to spare up frame number 7. So Gabriel shooting at his spare and missing it a little bit to the right. Savannah steps out of it, doesn't like it. She's going to roll him forward, will not, leaving the 1-2. And Savannah's on a strike. And Matthew Jones on the left with a open. Looked like the 1-2-8 he was shooting at. And Savannah picking up the spare. Savannah looking to move up in U15 girls in 3rd after 1 game. All right, so Gavin with a double. Johnson trying to come back after his open, steps out of it a little bit, but steps out of the shot and into a strike. And frame number 8. So he can go off the sheet for 212. Alex picking up his spare. So Leah, 8th frame on a strike, coming in light. The 1-2-4. Matthew Jones. High, flush. Getting them all to go. All right. Trevor over there, way right, picking up the 3-6-9-10. All right, and Leah picking up her spare. All right. Maddie gently picking up the 4-pin. Nice shot there on the right. And Maddie up on the right, her 8th frame. And it comes in light with the 2-5. Maddie working on a spare. And Brady on the left. And coming in high, getting the messenger across. So Brady coming back after an open in the 7th to strike in the 8th. Brady tied for 3rd after 1 game. And Trevor way over on the left, just making spares. Maddie almost pulls it inside just a bit, so I'll put Maddie at 182 after 8. All right. Trayton with a good shot in his 8th frame. He's going to put him at 133 on a strike. Jake Camacho. So Jake's U15. And just doesn't get the ball to read the lane. And picks 3 off the right.
You saw what I did with that split,
All right, so Maddie up on the left side. So she opened in the 9th, starting her 10th frame. And she's gonna let Brady go first. Brady starting his 10th frame. And gets that way out, but it reads reads the 1 board. Not exactly what he wanted to do. Oh, no, that was his 9th frame. I'll learn to read a scoreboard at some point. But Maddie sending them all back in the 9th. So her foundation frame with a strike. We'll watch this shot and go over to the low side. Comes in a little light. Matthew Jones with the 3-6-10. First shot in the 10th. Oh, Alex with a 7-10. Is he going to make it? Well, no, a field goal. All right, so Alex with a 148. U12 boys. Leah getting the head pin, but leaving 2 in her 10th, puts her at 138. And Matthew Jones picks up the 3-6-10, so he will get a fill shot in the 10th. Savannah with, is that a 3-9? It is, it's a 3-9. All right, so she'll have to pick that up to get a fill shot in the 10th. And Matthew Jones finishing it off, 159. And Savannah gets the 3, not the 9, finish 149 in game number 2. So Mallory cross goes through the nose. 310 she'll have to pick up. And Kyle Light with the 2.4. On the fill. Mallory needs this for the fill shot, and she gets it. Good shot. All right, Mallory on her fill for 176. Yes, 176. All right, Noah sending them back on the right lane. So Noah on the fill. Making up after the first one he sent into the channel. Finishing up with a 162. And Robert Johnson. And oh, they're starting game number 3 already. So they will switch pairs, I believe, after 3. They'll go to another pair and then bowl 2 more games. All right, so we'll go to the high side and see them finish up. right, so Savannah with the 210. And that's about as close as you can get to picking the 210 and not making it. All right, so Leah's back up on the left. She's on a spare, and Leah leaves the 4-pin. So we got a shout out to Leah in the chat, saying Leah is a beast. Yeah, I believe it. Gavin sent them all back. Starting off game 3 with 2 in a row. And Alex coming in a little high, 247. Gabriel leaving the 2, or the 4, 6, 7. Ouch. On a strike in his second frame. So sending a rocket. Oh, going for it. Not quite picking it up. Savannah flush in the pocket. Strike in the third for Savannah. And Leah crossing over. 1-3-6. So Noah's working on a strike, and that's just a little bit light, leaving a 4-pin. Gavin Taylor trying to get 3 in a row, but leaves the 2-8. Check in on the high side. So Brady on the right. And good shot there for a strike in the second. He had, I think it was a 3-6-9-10 in the first. Maddie going a little bit outside to open in her second frame. So she's spare open, puts her at 25. Hayden doesn't look like he liked it. Fell out of it a little bit, goes wide. The 1-2-7. Nope, 2-7. Oh. And gets that one a little bit outside. And so Tobias on the right, second frame, and he's on a strike. Smooth two-hand style. And that's what it takes to score on the flat as he's sending 10 back. So as promised, the scores are in already after game number 2. So start with U12 boys. Robbie Bombs in at minus 64. Peyton Farnsworth, minus 125. And close behind, Trevor Thompson, 8-year-old Trevor Thompson with a minus 128. That's after 2. U12 girls, Jordan Betchert, minus 142. Nevaeh Saros, minus 213. U15 boys, Brady McDonough takes the lead with a 180 game. And game number 2 puts him at minus 60. Jake Camacho, minus 94. And Caden DeBera, minus 105. Oh, no, there's still some scores to go in there, so we'll hold off on that. All right, the U15 girls are all in. Bailey Seacrest at minus 51. Riley Emerson at minus 68. Caitlin Wallmeyer, minus 92. U18 boys, see, all the scores aren't quite in for U18 boys. U18 girls, still need to get some scores in there. So we will update you when those come in. There we go. The 1, 2, 6, 10. Good shot. All right, Tobias, 3 in a row. Matthew Jones finding the pocket after an open in the 5th. Puts him at 77 on a strike. All right. So Gavin getting it figured out. Double spare, double in game number 3, halfway through game number 3. Mallory sending 10 back in her 5th frame, puts her at 65 on a strike. Yeah, Robert Johnson with a 2-4-10. All right, so Alex starting his 6th frame at the full rack, going through the nose, doesn't carry the 7. And a little bit too much on the back end for Robert, as he gets the 4. All right, Kyle coming in light. The 1, 2, 4, and I think that 8 pins back there. And Matthew Jones coming in through the nose, leaving a 6 pin. So Savannah's 6 frame. She's working on a strike and gets it outside into the friction and into the pocket for a double. That puts her at 83. Working on a double. All right, so Gavin, 6 frame, Gavin Taylor. Getting it out to the spot and getting the messenger to take the 10 out this time for 3 in a row. All right, so Gavin on a good one. He's got 278. Still possible out there. All right, Brady getting him out in the 5th. See if we've got our score updates updated. All right, we do. All right, so Davis Best in U15 boys takes the lead. What is minus 41. And Brady's minus 60 in second. And Aiden Heron is in third with minus 63. Brady just squeaking by Aiden there after 2 games. U18 boys, where we see all the scores in. They are not, so hold off there. And U18 girls, all the scores are in. So we've got Paige Wagner going plus 11. Jennifer Jackson minus 60. Madeline Warner minus 66 in third. All right, Tobias trying to be perfect through 5. Doesn't like it. Hands up. Goes light. 1, 2, 7, 8 pins probably back there. All right, so 6 in the 5th on a double, so he's going to lose a little bit of count there, but strike shot should take care of this. All right, and it does. All right, so that'll put him at 116 on a spare after 5. All right, so Maddie's 6 frame. She's on a spare. That looks inside. It is. Yeah, 5 pin for Maddie. And Treaton crossing over, getting him out. And that'll put him at a cool 100 on a strike after 7. So Brady starting his, looks like 6th frame. He's gonna need some hold. All right, gets it. So double after 6 for Brady. Puts him at 117 so far. Maddie getting the spare at 71. Right, Jake chopping the 6 off the 3. Low side's a little farther along in game 3, so we'll check them out. Then there'll be a little bit of a pause as we wait for everyone to finish, and then they'll switch lanes. All right, so Savannah's got the 10 pin, and she's got a good game going. And that will help put her at 131 after 8. Matthew Jones, high flush. The high shot looks pretty good. Matthew 124. Gavin. And speaking of pretty good, that looks pretty good. So Gavin opened in the 7th. But a strike there puts him at 163 already after 8. Gavin is sitting at there he is. He was at 15th after game 2, so this will help him move up. U18 boys. The results are in. So we've got Paul O'Kane at plus 12, Brandon Bonta at plus 11, and Aiden Farnsworth is even after 3. All right, so tight matches. All right, Alex mixing them up, not getting the 10 out. And Gabriel Hale starting his 8th frame, coming in light, leaving the left rail out there. Matthew Jones on the right lane, his 9th frame. And he's going to come in a little high, leaving the 3-6-10. Matthew picking up the 3-6-10. And Savannah, just a little light, leaving the 7-10 in the 9th. That's tough. All right, Mallory tripping the 10 out. Savannah going for it, trying to bounce it out of the back. Not quite able to do it. So she will open in the 9th, puts her at 148. All right, so, but she can go off the sheet for 178. Leah over there on the right, sending them all back in her 9th frame. So that puts her at 115, 116. Going into the 10th frame. All right, oh, look away, and Gavin leaves himself a nasty 1-2-8-10. and gets 3 of them, but leaves the 10 pin. So I'll put him at 181. So he can go 211. And Kyle getting them all to go. Yeah, Robert Johnson leaving the 1-2 on his first shot in the 10th. So needs to make this for a fill, does not. So that will end his 3rd game at a 161. And Savannah looking to bounce back after her 7-10 in the 9th, and she does. Strike first shot in the 10th. And Savannah still has a 178 possible out there. And Savannah crossing over, leaving a 3-pin. And Matthew Jones, that high flush shot, very effective, so he can go 184. All right, Savannah picks it up to go 168 in game number 3. Leah picking off the 10 pin. So she'll get a fill shot. So she can go 155. All right, and Gavin strikes his first shot in the 10th. Yeah, Matthew Jones going for the big split. Looked like a 3-7. Doesn't get it. So he'll finish 173. Gavin, ooh, gets the 10 off the 4-7. All right, so Gavin with the potential to go on the plus side on this game, and he does. So he'll go 201 to finish his 3rd game. And Mallory sparing her 10th frame, so she'll get a fill. She can go 156. Mallory's fill shots going to cross over, and she leaves the 6-10. So she'll finish 154. So Noah starting his 10th frame. Gets a little inside. And gets 3 off the left. But Noah's working on a strike, so he can pick this up and not lose count and still get a fill shot. And that's going to be outside. So he's going to finish 144. Oh, sorry, 150. Looking at the wrong score. Noah finishes 150. All right, so that finishes up for our low pair. And then we'll wait for everyone to finish, and then they'll move around to finish their last two. And there's Trevor Thompson there way on the left. Trevor, I think, in third in U12 boys. Brady picking up his 7-pin in the 9th. Puts him at 171 going into the 10th. All right, Cole picking up his spare in the 9th. All right, just missing the 310, a little bit wide. And getting only the 10, puts him at 135. All right, so Tobias starting his 9th frame. And he opened the 8th. And that will not be an open. Wow, I can't believe the 7 didn't go on that one. All right, so Brady getting him out in his first shot in the 10th. And he was on a spare. So that puts him at 191 so far. So Mark here would put him on the plus side for the first time today. For the game.
Not good. I just pulled 98. Yeah, it's not going through.
And he's going to need some hold. Yeah, doesn't get it. So he goes 3, 6, 10.
Can't hit my mark. Can't make any spares. I just got my first 2 spares in a row I made. I mean, it's true.
All right, so Maddie starting her 10th frame, and she's on an open in the 9th. And she's going to trip the 9. Will not. All right. And Brady gets the 3, 6, 10 to go plus for 201. Brady in U15 boys. I believe he is second going into this game. He was. All right, Maddie picking that up, so she'll get a fill shot. And remember, as they're finishing this game up, you can get the instant updates on bowlmetrics.com. Just click on Southwest Gold Tour. Stopped 5.7, 5th season of the Southwest Gold Tour. It's the final stop of the regular season. They'll have the season finale in Enid, Oklahoma in June. So be sure and check that out. And I've got Cole Coming up here, he can go 190, striking out. Oh, comes in high, pays the price for it. Goes 4, 6, 7.
I know she did. I don't give a crap.
All right, so there's
Used to it by now.
2 for Cole, puts him at 145.
That's fucking good,
So Tobias, his 10th frame, 10th frame, and he comes in high, gets the 10 off the 3.
Nope. She needs the organ. I did.
So he's at 183, so he can go on the plus side, picking this up. Oh, hooks away last second. So he'll finish 192. Yeah, looks like the right side made the move already. Getting started in their 4th game. And just a little bit light, but him at 153. All right, so as the bowlers make the move, take a second. If you haven't already, be sure and subscribe, like the video, click the notification bell so that you'll know whenever we go live. Try and cover youth bowling events all around the south central U.S. Here in Wichita today, it's the furthest north we've been. Wichita, Kansas. We try and cover Texas, Oklahoma. Try and cover all the cool youth bowling events. If you're not familiar with youth bowling, one of the features for parents is the so the youth bowlers have the opportunity to earn scholarship dollars. So instead of prize money, they earn scholarship dollars. It goes into the USBC's SMART account for the bowlers, and when they go to college or trade school or something else, they can use that money to pay for their education. One of the few sports, the only sport I know of that does that. All right, so they're starting to make some moves. Changing pairs. So again, format today, 5-game sweeper. So it's total pins, scratch, no handicap. Whoever's got the highest score after 5 games, total pins, takes home the championship ring and some prize money to their scholarship fund to boot. All right, so we see Trevor Thompson, 8 years old, out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Nice strike there on the left lane. All right, so saw Jacoby there on the right lane. Jacoby Hill and Robbie Baum. Robbie bowling out of the Dallas, Fort Worth area. Jacoby looking to pick up a 1-2-4-10 on his first frame. And if that reads, he might get it. Does not. He gets 3 to help open in the first. So it looks like we're going to see some U12 action here on our high side. And Trevor playing across the lane, trying to find the spot out there, and he gets the 3, 6, 7, 10 for his efforts. All right, good spare there on the right side. Trevor trying to pick up the split, does not quite get it. And James there on our left lane. All right, Zane picking up the spare. All right, so Robbie back up. Right lane, a little inside, gonna need some hold. He gets it, goes to the nose, gets the carry, strike in his second frame. We'll see if the U12 boys results are in. Almost looks like Robbie went 175 his last game, so test in the field, and that will probably keep him in first place in U12 boys. All right, Jacoby picking up the spare. Trevor with another split, the 5-7, and just catching a little bit too much of the 5-pin, sending it straight back. So again, this is right after the pair swap. So this is a new pair for everyone. No practice, just gotta hop on, take a shot, and see what happens and try and figure it out. Every shot that goes down the lane changes the oil pattern on the lane. So by the time 3 games have been bowled on it, you've got a completely different oil pattern than where you started from. And if you've stayed on that lane, you can kind of figure out what's going on. You see how the other people are playing it, see how you're playing it. But when you hop to the new pair, you just got to take your best guess and make adjustments based on what you see out there. So definitely a challenge out there for everyone. So Jacoby here on the right. He's going to need some friction. He gets 3. Josh shooting at a 6-pin. He picks that up. All right, we'll go back to the low side here. Our main featured pair is Leah. She spared the first frame, 9 spare, and leaves a 4-7. In the second, Mallory picking up her single pin. So she is spare, spare, spare after 3. All right, so the results for U12 girls are in. Jordan Beschert is 362 total after 3, and Nevaeh, who we see on the high pairs, 271. See if the boys are in yet. Not quite. Got one more score to go in, but it looks like Robbie Bonds at 511 after 3. Trevor Thompson is at 423. And Peyton Farnsworth close at 412. Also got Lincoln Brown at 409. So tight race for second. And right now Robbie is up by a few. U15 boys are not all in. U15 girls are all in. So Bailey Seacrest maintains her lead with a 507 after 3. Riley Emerson, 467 after 3. And Savannah, 463. And then Caitlin Wallmeyer, 458. So second place is separated by 9 pins. And our U18 boys are not all in. U18 girls, we're missing 1, but right now Paige Wagner, 574, Matlin Warner, 523, and Jennifer Jackson, 493. All right, so Leah with the full rack attack, getting a strike in the 3rd. Robert Johnson, strike in they're in their 5th frame already. Congratulations, guys. Gabriel Hale. Yeah, Matthew Jones, high, flush, pins flying around, not getting the 7 out. So it'll be interesting to see how this pattern breaks down in the last 2 games. So depending on how these kids play it, they could go one of 2 ways. It could open up and start getting good, or it could you can get a lot of carry down. It can be a mess. So we'll see how it goes for everyone. If you can develop a hook spot down lane, can help you out, open up the lanes, move a little bit left, aim towards that spot, have it bounce off. But we'll see how it breaks down. So that's the name of the game, is see what's going on out there and make adjustments. And Gavin can't believe it. He crosses over. His 9 spare 9 spare triple. So he gets the score, but that's not how he wanted to do it. So Kyle coming up on our left pair, left lane. Starting his 4th. And that's a 3. Is there a 9 back there? There is, poor guy. All right, so shooting at the 3-9. And Alex leaving a 7-pin. Alex is up to spare game this game. So he's on 2 spares. And Leah with a double after 4. And Alex getting his enjoying his spare game out there. All right, so 3 spares in a row for Alex. Matthew Jones crossing over. That might be the play of the game, is the crossover. And Savannah looks like she's liking this pair. She's on 4 in a row. Starting her 6th frame and crossing over, leaving the 5-pin. And Mallory leaving the 310. And Gabriel picking up his spare. Oh, Savannah missing the 5-pin after 4 in a row. That puts her at 126. All right, so Gavin starting his 6th frame. He's on 3 in a row, looking for 4 in a row, and he's right there. Let's see, Lawton send him back. We'll go back up to the high side. Catch up with Robbie Baum, our U12 boys leader, crossing over, leaving a 3-pin. Oh, that was a 3-9. All right, so Robbie covered them both. To spare in the 6. James with the 2-4-7 and pulls it just a little bit and leaves 2. Jacoby oh. All All right, Trevor's going to go. Trevor needs some hold in the middle. Doesn't quite get it. It's the 1-3-6. All right, Jacoby a little bit inside. And he gets 6 on his first shot. Trevor looking to spare this up, and he does. Gets it the hard way. So it'll put him at 65 after 7 on a spare. And Jacoby sparing it up. James, one hand lefty, sending it down the lane. That ball just read off the back end like no one's business. And he gets 3 off the right for the big crossover. All right, Peyton with the 3-6-10, just a little bit wide, chops the 6-10 off the 3. All right, good spare. Go back to the low side. All right, Matthew Jones comes in high, leaving a 3-6. Yeah, 3-6. Leah's on 3 in a row. That looks good. A little light. Doesn't quite mix him up. And she has a 4-8. And Long picks up his spare. Mallory light pocket. Can't get the 2-7 out. And Gabriel leaves a 6-pin. So Gabriel picks up his 6-pin, looking good. Savannah had a strike after her open, and she spares in the 8th. That puts her at 156 on a spare after 8. She's got a good one going. It's Gavin Taylor, left lane, 8th frame. That's crosses over, and he gets him out. So if you can get the carry when you miss, that's what you want to see. So Lawton here on the right lane, 7th frame on a spare. And needs some hold. Doesn't get it. 310s. Robert Johnson on 4 in a row. We saw Robert at the ITRC. Doesn't carry the 7-pin. Missing out on the Pack of Franks opportunity, but very makeable spare for the in his 9th frame, and he's on a good one in this game. And Savannah on the right, sending them all back. So we'll see if we got some score updates after 3. See if the rest of those are in. There we go. All right, so U15 boys we need to catch up on. Brady McDonough, he's in first after 3 with a 5:41. Davis Bess close behind with a 5:31. Jake Camacho with a 4:72. And Aiden Heron only 3 back, the 4:69. And Caden DeBera, the 4:62. So tight race in U15 boys. U15 girls we did. U18 boys. All right, looks like they're all in. So Brandon Bonta takes the lead with a 6:39. Aiden Farnsworth 6:13, and Eric Jones 5:81 after 3. And Zachary Grovsner just 1 back of Eric with a 5:80 as they're finishing up game number 4. All right, so Robert Johnson trying to spare this up to earn a fill shot, and he does. All right, so he's at 236, so he can strike here for 246. That will rocket him up the standings. Leah Cody needs some hold, crosses over. 136.10. That's her 8th frame. So our right pair is a little bit ahead. And Robert finishing a big game, just leaving a 9-pin. So that'll be 245 for Robert. And clean game to boot. So that'll earn him 10 more points in the overall point standings for end of the season. Way to go, Robert. And Leah getting 2 off of the 369.10. So Gabriel Hale, U15 boys, needs some hold, goes through the nose, 610s in his 8th frame. All right, so Savannah Sue, 10th frame here on the right pair. Needs some hold, crosses over, 3 pins. Oh, 3 nines. And so she can make this get count and go plus for the game. Mallory Cross, right lane, comes in light, 2 10s. All right, so Savannah picking that up. So she'll need 4 to go even, 5 to go plus. All right, got a little coaching for that fill shot. All right. Making the adjustment. She's going to move her feet to left. Make a good shot. And strike here to go 206. Hey, there you go. All right, so 206 for Savannah. And Noah's fill shot. All right, so we'll watch Gavin finish up and go over to the high side. They're finishing up as well. All right, so he picks that up. Puts him at 193. Gonna make a ball change, get a different look, and we'll just go up to the high side. And Gabriel crossing over for a 5-pin. So we see the score correction in progress from something, not sure what. It was for Robbie, so he needs to make this, pick this up to get a fill shot. And there you go, laser at the 4.8 looked like, so he can go 146. Game number 4. And Jacoby picking up his spare to go 139. He can strike here for 149. And Robbie getting 5 on the fill to go 141. So Jacoby can close the gap slightly on Robbie and will not do it. And Jacoby will finish 139. All right, our low side left pair is in the 9th frame for game number 4. Oh no, our right pairs seem to be a little faster than the left for some reason. All right, Alex coming in a touch light, 3.56. All right, so Kyle trying to spare up the 9th, and oh, that hooks away. The back ends here hook just a little bit. So if you got any rotation on that spare shot, you can expect it to hook. All right, Matthew Jones starting off the 5th and final game. The strike in the 1st. And Gabriel Hale getting the light mixer and tripping the 2-pin out. So Noah on the left, starting his 9th frame. That needs to hook. Does not enough to stay out of the channel. That leaves him with a 1-2-4 to shoot at, to try and spare up his foundation frame. Mallory picking up the 310. All right, as our left pair finishes up their 4th game, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, like the video, share it with a friend, and let them know whenever we go live. All right, Gavin Taylor trying to spare up his first frame. Does not. The crossover caught up with him a little bit. Opens in the first. Leah, this is her 10th frame. And ouch. 4-6. All right, Lawton getting him out. All right, nice message in the chat from Tom Christie, which best of luck to everyone from USA and Texas. So I had a few folks make the trip all the way from DFW area. A 5-hour trip up to Wichita. All right, so Gabriel Hale, 10th frame on a strike, needs some hold on that one, crosses over and gets it for the double. All right, so Gabriel can go 218 off the sheet. And another one for Gabriel. So Gabriel already on the plus side for game number 4. So that will help him climb the standings in U15 boys. And he'll go a little outside there, but still coming in with a 215. All right, and Kyle finishing up with a 162. Noah starting his 10th frame, coming in light. Leaving the 4-8. Oh, getting the late 9 to go. All right, for a double. All right, so Noah trying to make this spare to get a fill shot in the 10th. And he picks up the 4-8. So he can go 148 with a strike on the fill. All right, 6-pin on her second shot. And she can pick this up and go 204. Be on the plus side for this game. And Noah gets 9 on the fill, so he'll be at 147. All right, and we got a 204. All right, good game. All right, the Nevaeh in the pocket there, leaving a 6'10". Robbie trying to pick that up, gets 3 in his, trying to catch up, see where these guys are. Third frame, that puts him at 36 after 3. So Nevaeh with the straight shot, picks it up. There you go. Spares the 6'10". All right, Trevor. All right, in the pocket, getting him out. All right, Trevor means business. He's 9 spare, 3 in a row. Making a run. We'll see if they're updated. They are. They're updated after 4, so, well, some of them are, but I think this top 3 is correct. Robbie Baum at 652, Peyton Farnsworth at 560, and Trevor Thompson at 552. So only 8 behind second place. So Trevor trying to make a run at second. Let's see how that pans out. And Jacoby crossing over. Robert Johnson on a spare, crossing over and leaving the 5-pin. 5-pin, 3-pin. Robert's strike 9 spare, 9 spare, and he'll spare up the 5-pin. Mallory shooting at the 9, picking it up. Right, Gabriel with a strong 230 game, off to a good start. Strike in the first. So he's looking to climb the standings in U15 boys. And Savannah coming in a touch light, leaving the 1, 2, 4. Savannah missing a little bit to the right. All right, so Mallory up. She's on 3 spares. Her 4th frame, and gonna be 4 spares. And Kyle light pocket 10 pin. And Mallory with the 5-6. Gabriel looking for the double. Doesn't get it. A little wide. All right, Kyle getting his 2nd spare of the final game. All right, so James on the left lane. 5th frame. Final game on a spare. All right, getting that ball to Reed. Sending them all back. All right, so Trevor going a little wide, leaving a 1-2-4. Might be an 8-pin back there. Nope, that's not. So just the 1-2-4. Trevor trying to pick up his spare in the 6th frame. So Trevor and Peyton trying to catch Robbie in the U12. Robbie's like about 90 up. And Nevaeh 6 frame. There's a little bit of hold. Doesn't get it. Crosses over. James with the crossover 4-7. Question in the chat from Tom about Brady. He's doing well. Finishing his 5th game. He was 234 last game. Just waiting for the results to get updated.
Heading to the scholarship portion of this tournament. So come on down, buy more tickets, 19 to 20.
I couldn't picture her thinking it was funny.
All right, so we got Zane. His 6 frame coming in a little light. Trevor Just a touch light, missing the head pin to the right. Leaving the 128. So again, today's oil pattern is 2012 U.S. Open, 40 feet of flat oil. So they've managed to break it down for some good scores here. So it's a 1 to 1.03 ratio. So almost 100% flat. So your typical house shots, 1 to 10 or more, 1 to 12 or 13. So if you miss inside, it'll hold line and get to the pocket. If you miss to the outside, it'll find some friction and hook into the pocket. They've got no help from the oil pattern at all today. It's Gavin Taylor coming in just a touch light. Matthew Jones shooting at the 3.610, and he spares that up. All right, Gavin Taylor gets his spare in the 7th. And Mallory in her 7th frame, she's working on a spare and comes in light, gets the 8 off the 2. All right, Lawton sending them back. That's 4 in a row. Opening the first. Looks like he made an adjustment, and he's got 4 in a row now. So Leah just a little bit light. Right, Leah leaving the 8-pin back there on her 5th frame, puts her at 65. Halfway through the final game. Gabriel going through the nose, leaving a 9-pin. And Matthew Jones going for the split conversion in the 8th frame. Can't quite pick it up, and puts him at 125 after 8. All right, Gabriel picking up his spare. So he's at 67 after 5. All right, Mallory gets away from her a little bit. And that was on a spare, so she'll lose some count there. Puts her at 103 after 7. So Noah comes in light. All right, so we've got our high side about ready to finish up the 5th and final game. Robbie crossing over, leaving the 9-pin. So that'll put him over 100. Trevor doesn't like it. A little distraction. A balk from Trevor. Maybe someone's cell phone. Maybe some flash photography. Hard to know. All right, so Trevor unleashing the spare and picking it up. Pumping it out. So he's at 155. So making the run at 2nd place. You're right. And James getting it out just a little bit wide on the left side. Going a little long. Trevor right back at it. Flush. Pocket. Tripping the 9-pin out. High flush. And, oh, he's on his 10th frame, so he can go 195. And Robbie, I think Robbie's F on the scoreboard, so he's at 106. And Trevor, a touch light. All right, so Robbie's up by about 90. All right, so Robbie's safe in 1st place for U12. And Trevor, a little bit too much hook on that one, but it's going to finish with a 184. So good game by Trevor. So we'll see if we've got some after 4 scoring updates from ones we missed. U15 boys after 4. Brady came in with a 234 game, puts him at 775. Aiden Heron at 677, and Davis Best tight between second and third at 673. So 4 pins after 4 games separating second and third. U15 girls. Savannah takes the lead with a 206. Game number 4 with a 669. And Caitlin Wallmeyer 662. Riley Emerson 646. So tight game after 4. U18 boys, they're all in. Brandon Bontas 864. Aiden Farnsworth 835. And Kyler Stockstill moves into third with a 774. And U18 girls, Paige Wagner 811. Victoria Kornauer comes in with a 210. Game number 4 to move up to second, 694. And Madeline Warner 681. So tight races. All right, so we'll watch Savannah finish up here. All right, so Savannah can go 154, picking this up. All right, so she led U15 girls after 4. We'll see if that 154 will hold up. She led by 7 over Caitlin Wallmeyer. All right, we'll watch Robbie finish his 10th frame. Looks like he's shooting at a 3.9, and he picks it up. So Robbie, the leader of U12 boys, and looks like that score will hold up to keep him on top of the U12 boys. And so Daniel finishing up his game and doesn't like that shot. Goes a little wide on his fill. Puts him at 140. And we'll cut down to the low side as they're finishing up. Our right pair is finished up. Can check out those scores. And Leah needs some hold on that. Does not get it. 136. Okay, yep, there's no 9 back there, so just the 136. All right, Leah gets it a little wide. Sending it into the channel in the 8th, puts her at 97. Oh, Maddie Phillips. Killing it over there. That was her 10th frame. First shot in the 10th. She can go 157. Yeah, we saw Maddie earlier. Maddie Bowen out of Springfield, Missouri. All right, so Gabriel, 9th frame. And it comes in a little high. Lawton, 9th frame on a strike, stands up on it, doesn't like it. 3-6. All right, Cole over there on the right. So he'll finish his 5th game. Cole at 130. As Lawton picks up his spare. All right, so Kyle on a strike. Crosses over. Can't get that 6-pin out. That's Noah Little Light in his 9th frame. Kyle finds the dry back end, and it hooks away. So he will open the 9th for 133. All right, Noah pulls it a little bit, 110 after 9. Open the 9th. All right, so Lawton a little bit light with the 2-pin on his first shot in the 10th. And Lawton's got a good game going. He can go on the plus side. And Leah crossing over, getting him out. So she can go 147 off the sheet still. All right, so Leah with the 6-pin. All right, so Lawton going 201. And Leah going a little wide on the fill for 136. So it brings us Kyle. Kyle comes in a little light. So he's still got 153 possible. Gabriel looking to have another good game after he was on the plus side in game number 4. All right, Kyle chops it, so he'll finish 142. Gabriel looks like the High Road Max going down the lane, gets the right side. So he can go 149. All right, so the results are starting to trickle in. Not 100% final on Bullmetrics, bullmetrics.com. As the bowlers are starting to finish up. All right, crossing over on the fill there, leaving the 5-pin for a cool 170. Noah picks up his spare, so he can strike for a 130. All right, Noah needs some hold, doesn't get it. 3 9s. Looks like. So he'll finish up with a 128. All right, so we'll just keep the stream going. We'll wait for everyone to finish up. And with the help of the near instant scoring from Bullmetrics, we'll have the results pretty soon, and we'll get the awards done, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Numbers 4, 8, 1, 0. What? 4, 8, 1, 0. Boom. All right, Ronnie's the winner. I'll get some certificates out here in a little bit. I'll get your picture as well in a few minutes. We're going to get some more stuff away. To give you an idea what we're doing on the awards for the scholarship part. In entries, we raised $1,917, which would be a pretty nice tournament. But you bought $650 worth of tickets, so that goes into the scholarship fund as well. We had another $250 that we put in from our sponsors, just kind of round some numbers out. So total we award today in scholarships is $2,810. And 3 junior gold spots. Speaking of selling tickets, what are we doing, Diane? Let's get stuff away. I got a pickle barrel about half full of tickets. That's not too bad. And yes, it smells like a pickle. All right, we're going to pull out what it is and then who gets it. One of the SGT car stickers. Come on up if your white ticket is 4930. 4930. It is a white ticket, 4930. Coco. 7814. Blue ticket 7814, show the towel. The ticket is white. Who are you drawing for, Diane? SGT shoe cover. White ticket 4821. 4821. Braylon's busy, but she's gonna reach her new green one. It's blue. It's blue and it smells like pickles. Another ball cut. Blue ticket 7912, 7912. Okay, for another SGT car sticker, blue ticket 7162. For a tumbler, 4757. I'm trying to get these going pretty quick. Blue ticket 7256 is for ball cleaner. Don't forget, go online and register. Alumni tournament on Saturday night. It's trios, an alumni, a current bowler, and an adult. Or somebody that'll act like an adult, maybe. You're out, sorry. Blue ticket 8594 for coaster set. And for shoe covers, a blue ticket 7939. Take all those tickets out of your hand. Give me another one. All right, it's blue ticket number 8306. 8306 is for footprint t-shirt. What did you win? You won a brand new car! No, that's not it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Our bowls are in such a great place.
Braylon, you said you ready?
What else needs to be taken? I don't know. Oh my god. They really did this.
We're still trying to do some more of these and do some awards while we're going on there. Oh, that's different. What is that? Pink, red? What is that? Yeah, red. Okay, we're going with that. Red ticket 5562, and you win an SGT mask. So Braylon's headed out to the approach for our news awards. 8729. 8729 wins the other mask. Oh. So the last one is for the big chair. About that for time. Anybody want that big chair? Anybody? You want the big chair? Where's my, okay. All right, Tracy's gonna. I wanted somebody from the staff of West Acres Bowling Center because I want y'all to give a nice hand to our hosts here at West Acres. They do a great job every year, right? Thank you for the team at West Acres. All right, this is for the big chair. It is blue. 7, 6. Yeah, half of them disappeared there, right? 2, 7. 7, 6, 2, 7. Who wins the chair? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Baby. That's what you need. Another chair. All right. All right, let's do some more, what do you say? Okay, let's do some rewards. Look at Brian. Pretty slow, man. All right, here we go. We're going to start with our scholarship tournament. U12 boys, our champion, with a 783. Winning a $190 scholarship in the championship ring is Robert Baum. Second place with a 736, a $100 scholarship, Trevor Thompson. And third place with a 719, a $50 scholarship award, Peyton Farnsworth. Let's hear it for you 12 boys. And you 12, or you 15 girls. Wait a minute. How about I back up just a minute? How about you 12 girls? Our champion with a 589 was an $80 scholarship award and a championship ring, Jordan Bechard. Second place with a 452, $40 scholarship award, Nevaeh Sorrows. Congratulations, our U12 girls. Great job. And U15 girls, our champion with an 832, receiving a $160 scholarship award, championship ring. Kaylin Wallmeyer. Second place with an 823, $80 scholarship award, Savannah Sue. In third place with a 788, a $50 scholarship award, Riley Emerson. Congratulations, ladies. These are U15 girls. And U15 boys division. The champion with a 979, receiving a $240 scholarship. And what? Another championship ring, Brady McDonough. Second place with an 883, receiving a $150 scholarship award, Davis Best. And third place with an 820, receiving a $90 scholarship award, Aiden Heron.
Yeah, Brady McDonald. That's his name. He said,
Congratulations, sir, U15 boys. And U18 girls champion with a 1032. Receiving a $230 scholarship award, a championship ring, Paige Wagner. Second place with an 850, receiving a $130 scholarship award, Atlin Warner. Third place with an 816, an $80 scholarship award, Jennifer Jackson. Can I say it? Jennifer, can I say it? Jano! Congratulations, U18 ladies. And U18 boys went down 5 places. We had 30 entries. Our champion with an 1103 led it up today, receiving a $350 scholarship. And championship ring, Brandon Bonta. Second place with a 992, a $270 scholarship award, Aiden Farnsworth. Third place with a 969, a $220 scholarship award, Kyler Stockstill. Fourth place with a 952, a $170 scholarship award, Silas Lines. And fifth place with a 942, a $130 scholarship, Eric Jones. Congratulations, our U18 boys. Great job. Now for Junior Gold, who's got their ticket punched to Indianapolis. We combined the U12 division. And with a 513. Headed to Indianapolis. Colby Colmer. In the U15 division. With an 820. Going to Indies, Aiden Heron. And in the U18 division, with a 793. You've been trying every stop. Going to Indies, Paul O'Kane. Congratulations, our junior gold qualifiers. All right, one more piece of business here. The G9 Foundation has been choosing bowlers at every stop. It's not just about the scores, it's about the dedication, it's about wanting to get better, it's about dedicating themselves to the sport and just kind of getting and having a positive attitude. This young man's been on the radar for the last 3 stops. It's his first year bowling. Showed a huge improvement in the game, always a positive attitude, willing to learn, and is dedicated to the sport. We'd like to invite Robert Johnson to join us at the ITRC in June. Robert? And if I'm not mistaken, we have one more that we will announce at the finale as well. So on behalf of the G9 Foundation, congratulations, Robert. That's it. That's it. Did you get that? That does it for awards. Did we give away everything? The chair? All the goodies? All right. Did I miss anything? I think I got it, everything. Brian McDonough, thank you for the live streaming, my friend. You did a great job. Chair for Brian. He's the reason you can watch this stuff. Does a great job. I want to thank you guys over at Bowling Metrics for being able to put that up there. Thank you, parents, for supporting your bowlers. Hope we'll see you in Edmond, Oklahoma, June 11th and 12th for the finale.
All right, everyone, so that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to all the bowlers out there. And we got one more finale stop in Enid, Oklahoma later in June. And make sure if you haven't already, like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and you'll know whenever we go live. So that does it for today. Great weekend of bowling, everyone. Watch the PWBA, watch the PBA. They're on all week. And always remember, be cool and go bowl.